Hey everybody, it's me Marquita, and I was sitting here on Facebook doing what? Looking, being nosy, being messy. But see, every time I go on Facebook, I always leave Facebook with a game. Like Facebook, you leave me alone because my phone and my tablet are full. Because every time I go on there, they're like, oh, we seen that you liked that other game. Do you like this game? And I'm like, Facebook, you know I like that game. Why would you do that to me? So I can't be going on Facebook without an agenda. And then I always seem to look. I didn't leave this time with a game. I did look at it and I already had that game that they was asking that I like. So that's the reason why they didn't give me, because I already got the game. They already got me. Okay, back to what I was saying. Went on Facebook. What was I posting? Oh, I was posting it was I ran across a YouTube short of, it was like Georgia was like, oh my gosh, it's so cold out here. It's just 80 degrees. And then California was like, oh my gosh, I'm hot. And then, um, and then that's when Georgia was like, you don't know what hot is. And Texas chimed in, and Arizona. And then, or no, Texas and, no, see, Georgia said it. And then Florida. And when Texas is like, y'all don't know, you southern states don't know it, uh, how it is. And then Georgia and Florida was like the dry heat to get you. So let me tell you my little story. Because, I mean, Tennessee don't have dry heat. We have wet heat. When I went to Washington State, now that heat, that heat was dry. I couldn't even sweat. The humidity. And I was like, I was like SpongeBob when he went into Sandy's house and he was drying out. That was me, myself, and Irene in real life. If y'all seen the movie, love that movie. Is that my favorite Jim Carrey? No, my favorite Jim Carrey movie is Lemony Snicket's. The fortune, the of unfortunate events. It's a word before that. Anyhow, that's my favorite. I was about to say George Clooney. Where did you come from? Leave me alone, George. That's my favorite Jim Carrey movie is Lemony Snicket's. With a close second of Me, Myself, and Irene. Um, but what is my favorite George Clooney movie? Oh, Brother, we're out there. You know what? I'm gonna give Three Kings. I'm gonna give that one to George Clooney. Don't want to. My favorite Mark movie is Fear. Like, hands down. I love him. Love him. Fell in love with him in the 80s. Fell in love with him before I fell in love with his brother. Didn't even know that they were siblings until 2002. 2003. 2003 is when I found out that Danny and Mark are brothers, and I'm like, shit, I've been in love with brothers my whole freaking life. Seen Mark in '89, then seen Danny in '90. So literally, and it's funny because, okay, so a little behind the scenes of my childhood. Okay, so growing up, like me, my sister, and then these other two girls. And I was always like that. Still kind of like that, but not really. Like, I'm an adult. But anyhow. And when we were little, it was like when we seen New Kids on the Block. And each one of us was like, okay, you can only have one guy. And nobody can have the same guy. So I was like, I like him because his face is fat. Now looking back, Danny didn't have a fat face. It was a little bit more rounder. than the other ones. I didn't like, and I'm not gonna say I didn't like him. I didn't want Joe because Joe, his face was too babyish for me. And I know, like me going back into my little memory, Joe's face was rounder than Danny's. But, am I saying, no, Donnie. Danny. Yeah, Danny with a O. That'd be Donnie, right? Because I know Danny was, yeah, Danny was the one with the long face. And then Jordan, of course, my sister, she's like, Jordan is mine. And then I was like, I like him, Donnie, with an O. And then Danny was, her name started with an M. And I'm not going to say her name because I don't know if she wants me to say it. And then the other one, Joe, was the one with an S. Anyways, I don't know if they want me to say their name, but so my sister, she was like, Jordan. And I was like, okay, Donnie. And then the other one was like, Danny. And the other one was like, Joe. So anyways, so that was our guys. And then, but see Mark, and I'm like, I like him. He's cute. I don't even like skinny guys, but I was like 5. So I wasn't saying that I didn't like skinny guys. I was like, nope, I like him. I like his face. So that's why I was like, yes. Don't know what his name is, like his face. And then, of course, seeing New Kids on the Block was like, I like his face. Anyhow. And, but then, me as a teen, okay, and so, Boys to Man. Same 4 people, me, my sister, and them 2 girls. And the 2 girls are sisters, also. And then, of course, me and my sister are sisters. But, okay, so, in Boys to Man, I was like, Yang is mine. Handsome. I love his face. I want to touch his belly. Of course, I didn't say I want to touch his belly then. I was just like, I like him. I really, really like him. And so I was like, Yang is mine. And then I think my sister liked it, Eric. And then the one that started with an M, the girl that started with an M, I think she liked it, Michael. And then her sister liked it, Sean. And it might be vice versa. It might be the one with the S might have liked it, Michael. And then the one with the M might have liked it, Sean. But anyway, so that was who we liked, Ella Boyz II Men. And then, no, I don't think we did Immature. I think about that time, I was still into boy band, but they wasn't. And they had kids early. So, I was like, I'm still into boy bands, but like, I think they got out of boy bands or got out of really being like, oh my gosh, yeah, they're handsome and all that. They got out of that probably, see, my sister had a baby in 97. So probably about, realistically, I can't say for the other 2, but they had, each one of them had, actually all 3 of them, now I think about it. Yeah, all 3 of them had a baby in 99. But, so my sister had her first baby. What is that? What are they doing?
She can move the furniture. He's got to tell her.
Wow.
Wolverine's going to pull it by himself.
Oh, is that? I love Gabe. You know, and he could do it.
Yeah, he's a long ways away from it, so he's going to use his brute strength to move it.
Come on, Gabe. Love Gabe. We call him Wolverine. And it's like no disrespect. And it's like, come on now, Noah, help him. Don't just whip him. We call Noah Highlander. Okay.
You got it.
I see you. I literally, as soon as you said it was Wolverine, help him. Highlander, come on now.
They're moving all of his stuff out.
Why?
I guess he's moving in with Rain, who is now his wife. I don't know.
No, Rain is his sister.
Well, I'm telling you, the other day.
Yeah, I
The
know.
kid called her mom, called him dad.
Well, I mean,
The same kid.
yeah, I don't know.
And it was Rain and him.
But that's his sister.
I know. Now Gabe gets to use whip on him.
I mean, come on now, Highlander. He's very smart. Very, very smart.
Basically, he pulled him back there to push on it.
Yeah.
Noah's going to try to guide it. He's showing his armor off now. He took his jacket off.
Like, I don't know what. I don't think that you're doing anything, buddy. I think it's Gabe all the way. Gabe is
all the way.
I know, but you look at him. He really think he doing something. Noah, all you doing is just making sure it don't slide back on Gabe. But Gabe got that by himself, basically. If he could hold it and pull it and push it at the same time, he would do it. No, I don't think you're doing anything, buddy. I think you're just holding it so it don't roll back on Gabe. Okay, what do you do? Oh, see, like I said, he's a fucking genius. Cause I wouldn't have thought. Let me wrap it around, get so it don't roll back, so I could pull it. I tell you, I love that family. I do. I know I don't know them, and they probably hate me, but I love the Brown family. Noah, Gabe, Snowbird, and Rain, and Wolf, and Bam, and rest in peace.
I have got
what was it? Matt. Matt. Yeah. Which. Okay, so let me tell you about that. So me and Gary, when we were watching the Bush People, and we gave them all nicknames based on their personality that they put on the show. Like, I'm not saying they're like that in real life, but I would say, okay, so Bam, we always called him Professor. We called Matt, we call him Dunce. Rest in peace, Matt. We called Noah, we call him Highlander. Highlander. And we call Gabe, we call him Wolverine because he had mutton chops. And then we call Bear, we call him Wolf. And then we called
Bam was Professor.
Yeah, I said Bam. I said we called Bam Professor. I said him first.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I said we called Bam Professor. We call Matt. We call him Dunce. And then I said rest in peace, Matt. And then I said we called Gabe. We called him Wolverine because he had mutton chops. We called Noah. We called him Highlander because he was uber smart, making $1.15 basically. Like I said, he seemed like he was very intelligent. And then we called, Snowbird, we just call her Bird because that's what they called her. And then Rain is, she named herself Bush Barbie, and so we just called her Barbie. And then there's one more. Oh yeah, and Wolf. And Bear, we called him Wolf. Yeah. So that was the name for everybody. And then we didn't name the mom and daddy. Mom and daddy, mama's Emmy, and daddy was, what was his name? Oh hell, what was his name? Rest in peace. Emmy, huh? Billy, and we called Billy. So we didn't rename the mom and dad, and we didn't rename Rain either. She named herself Bush Barbie, and so we just call her Barbie. And then Snowbird, we just call her Bird. But anyway, she called herself Bird. So yeah, so we named them, and it was like no disrespect. We love the Brown family. Literally, I was like, I need to move to Alaska, but then I'm like, I can't be around me away from technology and civilization, so I don't need to take my Watuts to nowhere where I can't just get to, because like what I can't do, I can't survive. I have to have food. Like if I go and right around the same time that we was watching Alaskan Bush People, we also was watching Yukon Gold. Is that right? Is that what it's called? Yukon Gold? No, Yukon Gold is the potatoes. What is the Yukon? What was it?
That was
Yeah, with the people that was in Alaska.
Gold.
It was Yukon. No, you're thinking of Oak Island. We watched them too.
Yeah.
And they were trying to get the gold, but it was Yukon something. But it was about them in Alaska. They were basically they needed to catch fish. Oh shit, Ryan. Gary, will you go over to see what he's talking about?
Who?
Ryan Hall, y'all. It's sunny outside, Ryan. Don't bring me no bad news. That making me turn into Evelini.
Evelini, yeah.
I mean, every time I see him, literally my sphincter clench. It's like, Ryan, what are we doing? Like, I know. Tornado Alley is gonna have the tornadoes. It might not even be us. But it came and it said that he might not even be alive. But it looked like it said that he was alive.
Way back here. Shows him in real life.
What is he talking about?
Breaking live weather.
For where?
Cherokee National.
Cherokee, where's that at?
I thought Cherokee was around us, but
well, it might be Oklahoma area.
Tulsa.
Oklahoma. I knew it. I said Tornado Alley. I said, did I not say that? Yeah. I just said, I was like,
Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas. Yeah, Tornado Alley.
Liberal.
But I'm just saying. So, I want to say that I hope people that's in Kansas, Kentucky, not Kentucky, I was about to say Louisiana. I swear I was about to start saying 50 years to the United States. Oklahoma and Kansas and I guess it kind of could reach to Louisiana and Texas area and up to Missouri.
Yeah, that's what it is. You just don't have to do
this
right now.
Yeah, I know, but anytime I see him, I'm shell shocked when I see his name, because I'm like, oh my gosh, what, like it's sunny outside, Ryan, don't do this to me. Like I was having a good day, and then I see your name, and now it's like, oh my gosh, now I cannot poop for a year because my colon flipped in and tied itself off. I know, what's that got to do with weather? It don't got nothing to do with weather. What was I coming on here for in the beginning? I done forgot what I was coming on here for. I've been bumping my gums, switching from topic to topic. But anyhow, I don't know. I don't know what I was saying. Guess I'm not saying anything. Oh, my printer, guys, is like almost. She's trying. She's trying to make it. I am. If y'all could see, I'll show y'all. I just did. Okay, so if y'all see all this, the reason why it's in different plastics, this is the lot of J. Morrell. Hold on, let's clean. Look at all that. Miss J. Morrell Stewart. So this is 21. But what happened was the reason why I had 21 sitting right here. 21 gave you false street cred. Anyhow, let me have it. See, I told y'all thinking songs. But the reason why 21 is because my printer, this is my printer, it was not printing pink. But so 18. So I got to do, like, all these is 1 through 18. And then I did 21. And then the rest of these is the rest of the things. Like, these are already done. I just haven't put it in that bucket yet because this is a different, but each one of these that has plastic on it is already done. But if y'all were wondering, I bought the whole lot, the whole the thing. Like, she put everything into one big thing and she sold it, and I was like, okay, I'm bet I'm on it. So I bought it, the vault. That's what she said, the big vault. I bought the whole big vault, and it was way cheaper to do it that way. And so it's 24 of the big batch meals, and then it's 4 of another set, and then it's like 7 of another set. But I got all the kits, and if she comes out with a new one, then yeah, I won't have that new one. But I have all the ones that she has put out to date. J. Morrell Stewart, Miss J. Morrell, which I've been watching her for years. And if y'all seen some of my very first videos, I started watching her, and that's how I found the Mills family. And I don't like to talk about that too much because rest in peace, Miss Andrea Mills. Oh, I cried like a baby when I found out she died. Because she was such a sweet woman. Like, yeah, I didn't know her in person, but like her, I literally, the last time I have been on that channel was when they had the funeral for her and Cyrus, which she was pregnant when she died, and she ended up dying of I don't know if it was kidney or liver. It was a cancer, but she was having problems, and then about time that they called it, it was like maybe a week or week and a half, 2 weeks, and she passed because it was already like stage 4. And yeah, so like when Tom, that was her husband, or yeah, I guess what, I don't know how past tense because that was his wife. When he told the story of when the doctor came in and said, yeah, it's nothing that we can do. We can keep her company. And she's like, okay, I'm going to go home and like, I'll be back and we can do the treatment. And that's when he looked at her. He goes, no, did you hear what he said? And she's like, what? And basically they were like, we will keep you comfortable. And it was like maybe 3 to 4 days later is when she died. But the doctor was coming in like we can't do anything. And it was so sad because like she had a miscarriage like 2 days before she actually died. So when she was doing all that, like she was still pregnant and the baby was still alive, and then she had a miscarriage, and then like when she died, they had the baby, like, and so Tom was like, I want to bury them together. So they got to take the baby home, and so her and the baby is buried together. So but she like had a miscarriage like 2 days before she actually died. But love Miss Andrea. But so I've been watching J. Morrell that long, since before she gave birth. It might have been at her very beginning or shortly before she got pregnant with Daniel. And it was before her ex-husband, it was her husband at the time, before he went back to school. Because like when he went back to school, is she shortly found out that she was pregnant. Like he went back to school, and then that's when she found out she was pregnant. And then through that whole pregnancy, and I think it was until like Daniel was like roughly 2 months, 3 months, and is when he graduated college. So like her whole pregnancy with Daniel, her husband was in school, and like he was a licensed electrician. And then when he went back to school, to be a licensed mechanic. So when they built their new kitchen, like he got to do some of the electric work, which saved a lot of money because, because he was still a licensed electrician. He just wasn't a practicing electrician. And he was a licensed mechanic. I just don't know if he was a practicing mechanic. But anyhow, not to talk about that because it's now just her and the kids. And we love her and we support her. And we'll always be there for Miss J. Morrell. Love her. But like I said, when she had a rough upbringing, I won't tell her story. Me hearing her story just made me love her even more because of her early childhood and then now her this time in life, her from the story, her early childhood story that she told all the way up to her story right now. She's a very strong woman. And if anybody would fall apart, if she came one day and was like, you know what, I think I'm going to take a year off of Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, but YouTube. Because life is catching up to me. I would be like, you deserve that year off, and I will be here when you get back. That's just me. I can only speak for me. Love J. Morrell. Love her kids. But yeah, so love Sarah and Solo also. Solo, I'm gonna say it's Sarah because Sarah was talking, but Solo was cooking, and he was cooking Sukuma Wiki. Love Sukuma Wiki. It's like I feel like that was made for me. I think God was like, Keita, look, I know you never been to Kenya. I know you never been to Africa, but let me give you a little bit because I know that this is you. And when he cooked it, when I very first seen it, and I think my day was over here. I'm not for short, which is his mama. And I think when he cooked it, either he was cooking it for her, because I know that he cooked it like with her, and I know he cooked it like before her, and anyways, when I seen that, I think when he cooked it, he was cooking it without the meat. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is that? Solo, don't do me like that. Give me the recipe. And then Sarah was like, here's a recipe. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you very much. You know what, matter of fact, what I'm doing, I need to go in and look up that recipe because I need that in my everyday arsenal. Like, I know how to make it because I seen him make it, but I need it on paper. Keita, you are tripping. And I am. I am so tripping. But Sarah and Solo, if y'all ever get this in your little ether, my tribe of many. I think they went back to my tribe of many because it used to be my tribe of 10. And then they had 2 more kids. No. I think my tribe of 10 was Destiny. And then they end up having Seth and Hope. And not Hope. Seth and Love. Is that her name? I think that's her name. Oh, why don't I know the little girl's name? Gary. Gary. What is Solo and Sarah's last baby's name?
Huh?
Sarah and Solo. What is their youngest child's name? Is it Love? Is it Love? I think it is.
I can't remember.
I think it's Love because I think it's Hope.
I don't remember another name.
Yeah, like the oldest is Judah. He's about to have a baby. Judah, Micah, Luca. I know Hope, Destiny, Seth. I'm thinking it's Love. Peace. That's her name, Peace. Sorry, her name is Peace. That's the last baby's name. And so I got to see, I think they filmed right before she had Hope. So I think I was watching when she got pregnant with Hope. I know I seen when she was pregnant with Seth, when she was pregnant with Destiny and Peace. I seen like the actual birth of Peace. Like, of course not, she was in the hospital laboring and like she, did film the birth of Peace. So I did watch the birth of Peace. And so I watched the whole pregnancy. I seen when I was watching her when she got pregnant with Hope and Destiny, Seth, and Peace. So yeah. So I've been a fan since my tribe of Manny, then it was my tribe of 10, then it went back to my tribe of Manny. But yeah, so love Solo, love Sarah, love their kids. Beautiful family. But yeah, so I need to look up Sukuma Wiki. I need to look up that recipe. Like I know, like I have it in my head because I seen Solo fix it, and if Solo or Sarah ever get this in their little ether, huh? Yes. Okay.
Guys, here's my nails.
Aren't they pretty? They're gorgeous.
And here's my thumbs.
Yeah.
I did them for 4th of July.
Yeah, even though you ain't gonna keep them on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if they ever come out with like a Kenyan Americanized cookbook, I might just go on and have to purchase it. Because I love supporting YouTubers. Because when the Fam Bam, the Philip Fam Bam, I bought their cookbook. And when I bought it, it was it was when every book that they sold, they autographed. So I had it, and it's in one of the storage things, and I'm so mad because I need to get that back out because I actually love their Olive Garden chicken, the Philip Fam Bam. And so I bought their cookbook to support them. And like I said, Jay Morrell, about hers. And anybody else? I was gonna buy Kimmy's, but I don't do Kimmy from She's in Her Apron. That's who that is. I didn't buy her planner kit because I don't use a planner like a like a daily planner and all that. I don't. But if I did, I would have bought Kimmy's, and I would also support her because I love Kimmy from She's in Her Apron. Who else do I watch? I watch Jessica from Three Rivers Homestead, which I want, like, if y'all get this far in the video, can y'all please pray for them? Because they got vapor locked, attacked. I can't remember what she said specifically, but one of her neighbors sprayed their plants, and freak accident, because she don't think that it was on purpose. But what it was is they sprayed their crops with Roundup, and it was another one, something with a number, like, I'm gonna say WD-40, but that ain't what it is. It's something like, but what it was is, like, the neighbors, they spray it because they're, how she explained it is their crops is not made for human consumption. It's made to make animal feed. And so when they sprayed it, it won't hurt the animal feed. But freak accident happened that somehow, because she's like, when it has like the vapor lock or whatever, what happens is if you spray your crops with the pesticide, and then like if it either like it gets like the fog or whatever, something happens, and then it like lays on the plant, and then basically, like during fog, like it's fog, and then so it picks it up, and then once the fog, like, I guess starts to vaporize or whatever, like it like takes all the moisture out, but whatever the fog was touching leaves that pesticide. So it's not that her neighbors sprayed Jessica and her family. It's not that they sprayed her product, her plant, her crops or anything. It got carried not through the wind, but through vapors. And so when they, and she's like, it wasn't even foggy that day when they did their crops, and the neighbors didn't spray their own crops. Like, they hired a company that they always hired, according to what Jessica said. And so it was like normal, like they always sprayed their crops with that. And Jessica, all the years that she's had her garden, never had a problem with that. But coincidentally, this year it had it. Like, it got caught in the moisture. Moisture fell on her product, on her, her yard and all that, and killed her whole garden. And I think she's had that garden for, I want to say, I think she said 8 years, 7, 8 years. So she had peppers, she had tomato, lettuce, cabbage. Like, she had, like, her garden was starting to bloom. And then when that happened, she now was told that she cannot plant anything in her garden for the next year to 2 years. Or she could plant it, they just don't know how deep in the soil that poison, because like, when she found out, like, that, okay, this is weird, she found it on her tomato plants. And then she found one dead chicken. So one of her chickens got killed from whatever that was. And then like like I said, she said she knows what her neighbor sprayed because you could smell it because it's like very light. And so she was like, okay, well, it's June. We're about to start school. And like the day that happened, like they did it that morning, and then Jessica and the kids that she still, because she does homeschool, and they were starting back in June. They took the whole month of May off, and so they were starting back beginning of June. So the day that happened was the first day that they were back from back to school. And so she said she opened up the door, and she said it was like very, very heavy. And then, so she thought, well, we'll just stay in the house today. It's the first day back. We could just have a full school day. We'll just do it later on. Like we'll go outside later on, or even tomorrow morning. So then she said she opened up the windows, and she said she still smelled it pretty heavy, so she didn't have her windows open. Hello. Oh, well, you better not let Ori know I got it. You're going to get me beat up by Ori. Because you know she's a boss. She gave me a Rice Krispie treat. But yeah, so she said she smelled it. And then the next morning she said it was very light. So it's like usually what she smells the day that they do it. So she thought, okay, well, it's not that strong. I could go out. And then that's when she found one dead chicken. That's when she noticed the tomato plant, like the leaves. And then like her baby, Abigail, which I think Abigail's one. I want to say she's like, she'll be 2 in January, I do believe. So Abigail got sick, Hannah got sick, and then like her son that was helping her pick garlic scapes, his arms were getting irritated. And then that's when she realized, okay, it's some pesticides. And she had to tear up her whole garden. And they're like, we don't know how it's going to affect your trees, because she has an apple tree that was from her husband's. She has an apple tree. She has a lemon tree. I want to say she has an orange tree. Because I know she got a lemon because her husband went into town for something. And when he came back, he goes, look what I got. And he brought back a tree. Like one of the little trees. And I don't think that the lemon tree has matured. So she wasn't getting any fruit off of the lemon tree. But I think she was getting fruit off of an orange tree and an apple tree. And they were like, we don't advise you to eat any fruit from any, like, we don't think you should eat anything that has grown. That's why they told her, rip up your whole garden, because we don't know how deep it is, and we don't want you to basically burn the first product, like the first realm of tomatoes, carrots, whatever, and then you grow more, and then that also is poison, because they don't know how deep it went and if any more is gonna have it. So yeah, she lost her whole garden. Plus side, not for Jessica, but for Chelsea and BC, British Columbia. I watch her also. What is the name of her channel? And her name's Chelsea. And then there's also a Jessica in Alaska that I watch. So Jessica, the one that just had to rip out her whole garden, she's in Ohio. And then there's another Jessica that's in Alaska. And then Chelsea is in Canada. BC, Canada. Like I watch a lot of people. I watch Becky, love Becky, Homemaker. What?
I got another question.
Homeacre, Acre Homestead.
Can you take me to Anastasia? She says she's gonna be home at 4. Can
Yeah.
you take me to Anastasia? She says she's gonna be home at 4.
It's 5:06.
Oh.
But he got to make sure that his tummy's okay.
Oh.